Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of CVs or Creators Value. I'm your host, Francis, and today we have an incredible guest. I am personally excited for this interview because we don't have somebody that is just aligned with one thing that we do, but is somebody so creative that I'm absolutely excited. Gab G Money, welcome to the show. We're excited to dive into your many roles and hear your story.
Excited to be here. I appreciate you guys taking the time to other people with me and grow in general. Everybody needs to be motivated and needs to grow up. That's what I try to do. I try to always move. I'm always positive. I'm always hungry. You can never have enough. My motto is I'll sleep when I die. I'm always moving all the time. I'm going to the gym at 5 in the morning, doing content, or I'm on
Right.
set because I'm an active actor too. So
This is why I'm so excited. We're very much willing and very excited to hear more. Now, you already said a couple of things about what you do and being active. Before we dive into the career part, a bit of your background, where you grew up, affected you, or how it influenced you for the better, some of your interests growing up.
I was born in Chicago actually. Came to LA at 3 years old, and I've been in LA most of my life. My dad, he was a very good influence on me. He was a hard worker, kind of like a maintenance man. That's how he started. And he knew
Mhm.
everything from construction to mechanics to plumbing to electricity. He knew it all. And, I was just a little kid, but he always kept me on the right track and he always pulled my ear, like, come over here, you're going to learn this. So he taught me a lot of things, and
Mm.
he always kept me focused. But see, I always had a balance. My mom, she was an entrepreneur. She always liked to take risks. She always liked to go forward and push and push. And my dad was more like going to work 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, make sure I'm stable. And so I
Mm.
was always in the middle. But it was good for me because I learned a lot of skills from my dad. And later he got blessed and he got to work for Sony Columbia Pictures. My dad died about a year and a half ago, but he was an icon. He was amazing. My dad, a guy that he was a little short, 5 foot, and he was an amazing person I know. He got so much going for him. He had two houses. He did a lot of good
Mm.
things in life, and he motivated me between him and my mother to do better things. I grew up with my dad and my mom. Mom was a hairstylist. She used to cut hair, so I learned how to barber. So I could even cut hair. I could do so much stuff. But what a lot of people don't know, I'm very a mental person. And what I mean by that is I like chess and I like a lot of mind games. And people they underestimate me because I look like the a tough guy, jewelry on, and I'm a little flashy and stuff. But honestly, I just do it because I like to enjoy life. But underneath all this, I'm very smart. I tell you, I'm a very strategic person. That's why I like chess and I like poker because it's very mental. It's a mental game. You learn that chess is like life. When you always got to
Mm.
plan your strategies and plan everything you're going to accomplish and work towards that and know that eventually you're going to get there. You have to believe because if you don't believe, you're not going to win. I always think that everything is an opportunity somehow. And
Mm.
so growing up, my dad, he used to work for Columbia Sony Pictures. I got fortunate to run into a lot of, I was a slick little youngster, so never embarrassed. I
Mm.
was always the one that would go up to you and like, hey, I want to pick your brain. I want to talk to you. I was able to talk to like very big people like Fred Savage back in the days and Roseanne Barr, like a lot of big actors. They told me some very good things that stuck
Mm.
in my mind. They talked to me in a positive way, which is like motivational wise. And they were like, you can do it. You do whatever you want to accomplish. Keep focused, kind of deal. And it helped me out as a
Mm.
little kid. So when I grew up, I was always really hungry. And for some reason, doors always open to me. Like people, they like my personality, the way I am. I don't know what it is when I'm around people. I was in the service. Long story short, I went to the service
Mm.
and they were filming a movie. Filming crew came on the ship because I was on an aircraft carrier in San Diego. So they came on the ship and then they were like, hey, we want to film this movie. And it was a huge production. And they seen
Mm.
me and my friend and they were like, hey, and I was like, what's up? They're like, we like your look, we like how you are. We want you to be in our movie, and we want you to help us with the movie. I said, all right. It was my first time, that I really did anything, and this was like '99 around there. And long story short, it's called A Thousand Men and a Baby. That's
Nice.
the first movie I was ever on. I was in a bunch of scenes on that. That was my first time on camera. I was a little nervous like everybody else, but you got to take the opportunity. And even they had a couple shots that I was in, and they were like, "Don't look at the camera," and I'm like, "Don't look at the camera," and I came out looking at the camera. But yeah, that's how I started started out, and it's a very good movie. It turned out to be pretty big. It's pretty good. A lot of people know me from that one too, and they played a lot on Christmas time because it's based on a true story. And that was one of the first movies I ever came out on. And
Mm.
ever since then, I always liked that movie, and it inspired me to do more things. And I kept moving in my life, and like everybody else, I kept falling off. I come back, falling off. My mom died 11 years ago. And my dad died a year and a half ago. Pretty much the last, I'd say, 10 years, I started getting back into the industry, and I was able to do a State Farm commercial. I was actually the one that says, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I got to get into this agency. It was like a background agency, and I
Uh-huh.
was doing a lot of background on a lot of big TV shows. And then I became SAG, and then I started getting roles with speaking lines. If you watch Tubi movies, I'm in like my maybe 7 or 8 or 10 Tubi movies. Pretty good features. There's some in Amazon Prime kind of deal that I'm
Mm-hmm.
in. I've been working a lot. Everything started getting better and better for me. So, like I tell you, I've been acting for a long time, but this is the first time that I decided to do my own movie. I started off with an idea, and I know a lot of actors in the industry already. And I went to them, and to a lot of different people I know in the industry, and I was like, hey, I want to make a movie. I have a really good
Right.
idea. And some people told me, yeah, okay, whatever. I want to see the script. Nobody does it. And some people believed in me and they were like, yeah, let's do it. Lock me in. I got blessed by a lot of people that believed in me. I have an
Mm-hmm.
amazing person in my life besides my wife. She's very helpful and she's always by my side. Even when I'm a
Mm.
knucklehead, I'm hard headed. She still hangs in there and she's always focused. She's a good person. Comes from a good family and background, and I love her a lot. She's very helpful. There's a gentleman, his name's Panchito Gomez, and he was
Uh-huh.
on a movie called American Me. That's what he's mostly known for, maybe, but he's been on so many movies since he was a kid. He was on Sesame Street. He's amazing.
Mm.
He's an amazing person. When we met, I don't know, I just got touched by him because he has such a soft heart. You wouldn't even know that he's an actor because he acts like a regular person. He's so grounded,
Mm.
so relaxed, kind of chill person. He's like me because I'm the kind of person that anybody can come up to me. I'm cool.
Mm.
I'll give you a fist bump. I'll take a picture. I'll try to help you out as much as I can. And that's how he is. He gives
Mm.
everybody love. He's a very good person. We became really good friends, and now he kind of became like my dad. He really takes care of me. We're really close, me and him. We always try to spend as much time as we can together, and I really like him as an actor and as a person. I respect him very much, because I
Right.
started working with a lot of influencers and content
Influencers.
creators and stuff like that, and they help me out because there's some videos I'm in that have 100,000 views, 1 million views too. They're really big. So I've been on some good videos and people recognize my face. So that
Mm.
helped my social media go up and up and up and up and up.
Mm.
Because to be honest with you, being an actor, actors don't get enough credit. Unless you're in a huge movie, people don't always recognize actors. Sometimes people recognize me more for the content I'm doing and stuff like that. And
Content.
because I work with
Yes.
certain content creators and I was in certain videos and I was with this guy, his name's Kai Sanat. He's huge. He's a worldwide influencer. He's the nicest guy ever. And I was with him in a project called 7 Days In. We were in jail for 7 days. They were streaming, it was a live stream. So 500,000 people were watching us constantly all day long. Everything we ate, everywhere we slept, everything we did, anything funny, we fell, we fought, anything that happened, people were like, oh my God. And now imagine. No, 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 come on, G-Money, you hold it in, bro. I'm gonna game. Chat, do you see? Hearing your name 500,000 times, G Money, G Money, G Money, G Money, all the way, and like, wow, it's shocking.
Your work with Kaizenat and now in public eye, you get a lot of responses. How do you handle the public's eye though? Like there's so much pressure with scrutiny and criticisms and praises. How scrutiny from the public?
Yeah, well, you're always going to have, I don't want to say the word hater, but you're always going to
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
negative people that want to bring you down. You can't make everybody happy. You can only do the best you could. My wife's a very good person. We volunteer with a lot of agencies and stuff, nonprofits. There's this place called Polly's Project. We go feed the homeless and we go take them from Skid Row in LA. The really people that
Ah.
are doing really bad. We try to feed them. We try to give them
Mm-hmm.
clothes and we try to give them hot dogs, water, a lot of necessities, blankets, stuff like that. So we work with a lot of people, and right now I'm really into this place. It's a boxing club, and they're a nonprofit, and they help a lot of youth and a lot of people that are. It's called Bridgetown Boxing. It's in La Puente. They help a lot of youth and a lot of people stay out of trouble, and I
Mm.
want to help them grow. I like to spread the love.
Stay tuned for the next episode.